Okay, I know what we can talk about.
Go.
So I'm not gonna say totally irrelevant because it is relevant, and I feel like everybody's been talking about this shit. But did you hear about how it was what her name, Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher?
About the
The
bathing
dudes,
of their children.
yes. I'm telling you, I don't listen to so many podcasts because that's what I do in my spare time now. I just listen to podcasts and shit. But I've listened to several podcasts touch on it, but it's still mind blowing because yesterday I was chilling with my cousins and we were talking about it. I'm like, niggas don't shower. Well, they say if you cannot see the dirt on them,
Yeah, that's ridiculous though.
this shit is out of pocket.
Yeah, that's nasty.
And I was telling my cousin, I'm like, yo, sometimes you really got to check like a nigga's temperature. I know for me, let's say it's the first time a guy is coming to my crib and he's going to stay the night. You're going to need, to get in the shower or whatever. I'm an asshole. I'll give you one washcloth just because I want to see. Yeah, no, seriously.
Okay,
I want to see what type of time you're on because if you take that one washcloth and you go,
use that
it's a dub for you.
That's nasty.
It's a dub for you.
Yeah.
It's a dub for you because now you got ass face.
You got ass face, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? Or if you're like, yo, shorty, I need 2 washcloths. I'm like, oh man, he's a keeper.
Exactly.
He's a motherfucking keeper.
Exactly.
I don't know about that.
Wait. If we're gonna talk about that, then talk about the fact that when you ask like a Caucasian person what do they wash with, that's an interesting topic. Because a lot of them like
they say bars of soap.
That's the damnest thing. So
soap is not self-cleansing.
No.
Because there's no. I mean, if you was to use maybe an antibacterial type of soap, but even nobody's washing up with Dial. That's the only soap that's like that. Dial fucking stinks. Nobody's washing up with Dial. Like, you can't put Dial anywhere on your body and tell me that you feel fresh and clean.
Nah, fam.
To be honest, I don't even like Dove. Dove is not a soap. If you get into it and you're technical, it's a moisturizing bar. So when people be like, oh, Dove only, I'm like,
still streaky.
Okay. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? But I'm African, so although I do use washcloths, I also use an exfoliating washcloth.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you ever heard of those. It's like the long, like it's a long, kind of like, what do I want to describe it as? Like a marina. You know what the shirt of marina looks like? But it's like that in a cloth form. And that's what I use on my whole body. So when people are like, oh, your skin is so soft, I'm like, oh, yeah, this is what happens when you exfoliate. This is what I use. But look, everybody do whatever the fuck they do.
I use a washcloth and a loofah.
I never used a loofah before.
I like a loofah.
Washcloths is cool though.
Yeah.
You need 2.
You definitely need 2.
You need 2.
Yeah. You definitely need 2. I use 2 and then the loofah for my back.
So how often are you changing your towels? That's the real fucking question.
Listen.
That's the real fucking question.
If I hang my towel up, like say I use it on a Monday, right? Mm-hmm. That whole day, like twice a day since, we go to work during the day. We can't take 3 showers. So if I come back at night and that towel is still wet, I'm switching it. Like if it doesn't dry by the time I get off work and come back.
Why wouldn't the towel dry?
Like, I don't know. Sometimes, like, if I
ain't wring it out.
Well, I wring it out.
Oh, you mean the big towel?
The big towel, not the face cloth.
Oh, okay.
The face cloth. Now I'm switching those out every 3 days because those things hold all of your dirt.
Yeah. I mean, with the skin, every 21 days we do shed the upper layer of the epidermis. So, sometimes you might get in the shower and it might seem to look a little bit more dirty, but it's like, it's cool. Skin. I'm so glad that I'm saying this and I'm catching myself. I was talking to my homegirl and I said that I noticed my transitional word is like. I say like a lot. So for those of y'all that are watching and y'all are tuned in right now, I'm going to try my best not to do that.
Like?
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Well, I'm not going to say that because I probably use like as a segue. Like,
and it's totally understandable, but I edit my own shit. So when I go back and play it, I'm like, damn, you don't know no other words, my guy? Everything like. And I try my best not to, but it's just, you can use it for anything.
You really can.
It's such a word that it's such a descriptive word. So when I use it, I need the listeners and the viewers to understand I'm not using it for filler. It's just my transitional work. But this is all a part of the urban self-help. You know, you got to do your shadow work and your personal self-reflection. And it's something that I'm working on. I kind of feel as though, see, I could have used it then, right? Exactly. I kind of feel as though I do swear a lot, but I'm here to tell you that's just not going to stop. If you're looking for something that's, yes, you can definitely swear. But what I'm saying is, if you're looking for something that was a little bit more PG, this ain't the one for you. I don't know what else to tell you.
What up, what up? What's going on? We're now tuned into the PDP podcast. What up, what up? What's going on? You are now tuned into the PDP podcast. What up, what up? What's going on? We're now tuned into the PDP podcast. What up, what up? What's going on? You are now tuned into the PDP podcast.
I like the intro.
Yeah. Everybody always says that. Not for nothing. I'm kind of waiting on a day where somebody's just on some shit and they say, I don't fuck with it. Probably because I want to tear them a new asshole. And I don't know. Y'all just make me feel as though it's just good. I understand. I'm just waiting on, not saying that I'm hoping for the worst. I'm like, that's one.
Right.
I'm just on some shit. Somebody can't fuck with that. Not everybody gonna fuck with it. Not everybody gonna fuck. I'm gonna need at least one person to say that they don't fuck with it. And I'm not gonna take offense to it. It's just only, I don't know. I mean, I fuck with my intro, of course. And I love the fact that people fuck with it as well. But I'm just on some shit like, yo, there's somebody out there that don't fuck with it.
Sometimes less is more.
You think so?
Yeah.
I like to keep it simple.
Yeah,
it's catchy, it's repetitive. Yeah. When you hear a bottle pop, I want you to pop a bottle. That's the energy that I'm bringing.
I think it does, though.
Last episode, I got a little bit too faded. I ain't going to do that again, y'all. Life was life, and I listen back. I'm like, because I do the editing. So there's certain things that I cut out and certain things that I keep in just for the simple value of the word discretion, But I'm trying to think about what I want to say because it's been in conversations where I've had motherfuckers question my ability to pod without alcohol.
I mean, but it makes it more fun.
Not necessarily fun. I've mentioned this shit too before. I'm not a social person.
Yeah, I noticed.
Okay, too. I'm not a social person, so I don't pop out as often and as much as other people do. So when I pod, that's really my main form of interaction. When I go to work, I interact with people. I kind of enjoy a more close, one-on-one kind of
feel.
Yeah. And I can do small groups too. But once it gets past about 8 to 10 people, it's slow.
Do it. Yeah.
So I really don't. I won't come out and I won't fuck around for that.
Yeah.
So, this is my social interaction. And while I'm here, I enjoy this motherfucker. And last time I checked in, y'all fuck with me. And y'all know that make me fuck with y'all. So I never claimed to be perfect. I just said that I was real. That's it. That was all. But
it's true.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and introduce the show. What up, what up? What's going on, y'all? I am your host, Love Jack. And you are now tuned into the PDP podcast. What's up? What's going on? How you doing?
What's going on, everybody? My name is Sean. I'm on here, I don't know, as a guest.
Oh, let me go ahead and give you a round of applause.
It's my first one, yo. Be
easy. Yeah, I ain't gonna do you like that, man. But you was just ready to get it out. It's cool. I promise I'm going to take it easy on you. I think this part is going to be a good one today. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. A little anxious. Ready to get into the questioning.
You'll get over that.
I will.
You want to talk about, we'll save, the business aspect.
Yeah.
Or at the end of, you want to tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Oh, well, my name is Sean. I actually am starting up a little personal training type of?
We don't use the word little because that has a negative connotation.
It does. All
so
right.
you're starting up
I'm starting up a business, a personal fitness business.
Big personal fitness business. Bodies by Sean.
Exactly. I have this problem with, kind of undermining myself. You know what I mean? But holla at me. I'm Sean Jones on Facebook. Sexy Slim 20_29.
We're going to have to work
IG.
on that one.
Yes, I know. For the personal fitness shit. Yeah, I know. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting camera shy, y'all. Forgive me.
It's all good. It's all good, man. Whew. Let me put that down real quick. So today, I know you guys see I got on a little bit of merch. Today's episode, we will be highlighting a Black-owned business by a Black woman. You know, Black girl magic. I absolutely love it. Jass Essentials. My girl, this is my homegirl, by the way. Like, absolutely love her down. But I ain't only promoting her shit because that's my homegirl. It's actually fire. Anytime I put my stamp on something, it's official. You want to smell it again?
Yeah, it definitely smells bomb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't even hit my okay.
If you're into scents, this is definitely one.
This candle is actually, she has a wick, like the wood wick inside of it.
Lit. Crackle.
She has several different sizes. All of them are soy-based candles, hand-poured. Each individual one is made with love. Y'all got to go and check her out. Tap in.
It smells like love, y'all.
I forgot the actual name of this particular candle, but it's like, it smells like for my Midwest listeners, it smells like a Tahitian tree.
Ooh.
They know what that is. They know what that is.
You gotta let the people in on what a Tahitian
yeah, just go and Google this shit. They know what the fuck I'm talking about. But you can find her on Instagram at Jass Essentials. It's all one word. That is JASESSENTIALS. I should have been on a motherfucking spelling bee. I did that effortlessly.
There you go. There you go. They don't give us enough credit.
Oh, man. But yeah, make sure y'all go and tap in with her.
It's worth it.
Definitely support Black business.
Always. Always.
I'm not even going to say local because she's already making orders international. So
there we go.
Listen, I'm just putting my little bit of flavor on it. You feel me? You ready to go ahead and hop into some of these street politics?
Let's go.
All right. Shout out to Jamaica.
Oh, yeah. Shout out.
Just had
Happy
their
Independence.
Yeah, they just had their Independence Day on August 6th.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll throw in a little bit of some big things will come. You know that's my shit. Everybody know I'm Jamaican every first and third Wednesday.
Well,
and it has to be Wednesday because it's Weddy Wednesday.
It is always Weddy Wednesday.
I believe they had their independence for 59 years now, which is dope. At 59 years, it doesn't sound like it's a long time, but nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? That's something to shout out, you know?
Amen.
Shout out to Kenesha. She ain't here today, but I know she was down there turning the fuck up. She got to be in Jamaica for at least a minimum of like 3 weeks, so it wasn't a real trip. But I mean, that's how you do when you go and you travel international. So I ain't even mad at it.
I ain't mad at it. Shout out to you.
Jamaicans been definitely killing it on a track field in the Olympics, although I have not still tuned into the Olympics. I do keep up. You watch the Olympics?
Yeah, it's very interesting.
All sports or just certain
I like
sports?
the diving. I like the running. I like the 100-meter. I like
diving?
The 800. Yeah.
Diving, like swimming diving?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've been, killing it. USA is doing pretty well right now as well in the diving aspect.
That's what's up. Yeah. No, I'm not even being funny. Definitely haven't tuned into it, but I'm very open and honest about that. I would like to say there are a lot of Black athletes that are doing their thing all across the board. Doesn't really matter what country that they're coming from. Right. You know what I'm saying? Whether because, there's Black people all over the entire world. And we have just been showing up and showing out and dominating. I think that that's pretty dope. Although I don't tune into the Olympics, I still, check out the news. Mm-hmm. So I can click and read articles and get updates from CNN on my phone all the time, Twitter, whatever. And that's how I see what's going on. Dope. So shout out to everybody that's been doing their thing.
Shout out to the Olympics.
Jamaicans, if I'm not mistaken, for the 100-meter dash, they took first, second, and third.
Yep. And a record was broken.
Okay.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying. Black girl magic is undeniable.
Always.
It's unfucking deniable. Like I was saying, the independence, even though it's only been 59 years, it's still something to be very, very proud of.
It is.
You know,
really
we live in America where we're supposed to be
free.
You know, the land of the free and the home of the brave, right? This is actually a terrible transition because I was going to say, we was talking about the land of the free and the home of the brave. I want to talk about Ashley Babbitt.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Get right into it.
Right. So for those of you who, I'm not going to say who don't know, for those of you who don't remember,
right.
Ashley Babbitt was a civilian who lost her life when her and a bunch of people from the good old boys.
Terrorists.
That's what you want to call them?
Yep. Because that's what they call us.
You know, if that's how you come in, that's how you come in.
Mm-hmm.
But they stormed the Capitol, the U.S. Capitol Hill. Mm-hmm. There was a riot on January 6th, and unfortunately, she lost her life. Now, her family is attempting to file a $10 million wrongful death lawsuit.
Bye.
You said bye?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like you want to go ahead. Say how you want to feel.
Listen. Had it been just a bunch of African Americans, listen, I feel like it would have went up in smoke. It would have been an up in smoke tour. Somebody would, like multiple people would have been gunned down. I feel like that's my opinion. Mm-hmm. One Caucasian person loses their life for something that you knew you wasn't supposed to be doing. Like, that's just not normal. Like, it's just not normal. The people have like security. Like, I'm surprised a few more people didn't get shot. But of course, this is white privilege. It was a bunch of white people. They're going to let them do whatever the fuck they want to do. Period. Had it been a bunch of us, forget about it. Mass freaking...
Had it been a massacre.
Yo, seriously. And I know people might think I'm like, I don't know, like, maybe overly embellishing a little bit, but no, I don't think so.
No, because I know people tend to do that all the time. When I record with Kenesha and I go off on these rants, she gets quiet, but I'm like, it's not that I'm bunching all white people together,
no,
right? I'm just talking about the racist bigots. And not to say that I'm going to play devil's advocate, right? Mm-hmm. But on some real shit, her family's not wrong for filing a wrongful death lawsuit.
I mean, they're not wrong.
They're not wrong.
Do I think it should like...
You know,
I think they should get that $10 million? Hell no.
Yeah, I mean...
Hell no.
Right?
She made a conscious decision to do something that you already knew has, like, great repercussions. Like great repercussions. They thought they were never going to be caught. Like, half of these people, they never thought charges were coming from this.
And they tried to make it seem like it was something that was sporadic, like they just hopped up and didn't know. Y'all niggas made T-shirts and everything.
Exactly,
like, y'all was treating it like it was a family reunion.
Thank you.
They're having a trial for it. And, you know, some of the guards, they were reading, basically giving their testimonies. And they were like, oh, you know how... I cannot remember his name for the life of me, but I know that one of the guards was giving his testament, and he said that they basically said that Trump had sent them there, and he said, oh, I voted for Joe Biden. And they was like, you hear that? This nigger voted for Joe Biden. And I'm like, he's like, my whole entire career, I never got called a nigger while on the job. And I'm just like, well, nigga, shit happens.
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, I'm not by any means sticking up for them, or I'm not, you know, trying to justify what they did. If they want to file a lawsuit,
hey,
we just previously stated, this is America, the land of the free and the home of the brave. You're entitled to do that. If you get that money, I feel as though it's complete bullshit, because I'm in agreement with you. They did that consciously.
Yes.
It wasn't like
premeditated.
Yeah, it wasn't like, you know, a guard just discharged their firearm out of nowhere.
Wrongfully. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like y'all were rushing them. Y'all were...
How do they know what's going to happen to them?
It was way more of y'all than it was them.
Guards. Exactly.
And there weren't even that many casualties.
Exactly.
You call it white privilege?
Did you see the video of the the African-American security guard that was trying to keep them at bay? So imagine being in that situation. You don't know what these people have.
I feel like he held and maintained his composure very well.
He did.
Because I'd have been up to 40 on everybody.
Okay.
Y'all would have had me underneath the jail.
Seriously.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you something.
One warning, I'm going to empty the clip.
But To Ashley Babbitt, I'm not gonna be an asshole and say she deserved to
RIP
die
her,
because a life is a life. But you gotta understand.
You went there knowing the risk.
Stupid games win stupid prizes.
Hello, playing Russian roulette with your life doesn't always work out for you.
I just
shout out Ashley Babbitt.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a classic case of when people try to use the laws to their advantage.
And to think that she was somebody who fought for this country. She fought for this country, but I mean, like, doesn't take away like what you're doing.
That shit is always such a weird concept to me. Like, you can fight for this country
and they don't get
how do you still end up racist?
It's weird.
How can you still end up racist and you fight for this country?
It's weird.
Okay, that's 3. I'll keep it count on myself. But how can you fight for this country knowing that I'm trying to think about how I want to word it. The founding forefathers know that the country was built on the backs of African Americans, Native Americans.
Listen, I feel like Caucasians are the only ones with the history of nothing but lies, murder, cheat.
Everybody used to lie before.
Well, everybody's lying, but no, I'm just saying, as a group, what is their history? Because all the history is shrouded in, like, I don't know, how do I word this? All of their history that we've been taught is like subjective. I mean, it's suggestive. Like, they pick and choose what they want to put in the book.
Or what they want to teach us.
Exactly.
And talk about.
Exactly. They say that Columbus discovered America. How can you discover something that's already there? You know what I mean? That was
it's kind of like new and improved. Like, nigga, is it new or was it something there for you to work on to already improve?
Amen.
Got you. Totally
Thank
understand.
You.
I get what I pick up what you're putting down, my boy. I feel you. It's funny that you brought up, the things that they choose to mention in, books and the information that they choose to give out. Tennessee, their Department of Education actually wants to fine public school teachers if their curriculum consists of anything that is racial and more in particular critical race theory. I call bullshit.
I do too.
I call bullshit.
Yeah.
I can't remember. It was a couple years back where there was basically a picture that was taken out of a textbook on slavery, and they tried to make it seem like the text said verbatim, and well, not verbatim. I'm paraphrasing is what I should say, because I don't remember exactly what were the words, but I know that it was something along the lines where they were basically like, that's for African Americans. Africans. They didn't even call them slaves. They said African refugees came from Africa and came to America to work for white people in exchange for room and board.
Wow.
Nigga, what?
Who?
Like,
listen,
what?
I just want to know.
And then you see shit like that, and then they wonder why, we get tight and we go off on these rants and shit. History is history. What's done is done.
Amen.
You cannot whitewash. Cannot whitewash the past. And the fact that they're so pressed to do it is...
It's weird.
What are you afraid of? You can get to know who you are and... where you came from, and you want us to learn all about your culture, but
what about ours?
Learn about ours? Even when it comes...
Because if you let them tell it, we don't have a part of it. We don't have much of a history.
Yeah.
If you let the history books tell it, we didn't have a piece of any of that.
I mean, but you can look around and see that that's all bullshit.
It is.
When you go to the pyramids and you're in Egypt, you see that's why all the fucking noses are broken off of the statues.
Thank you.
Because their noses are broad like us.
Exactly.
To this day, scientists cannot figure out how the fucking coordinates for the speed of lights, they coordinate with the coordinates for the top of pyramids. They still can't figure that out to this day. It's mind-boggling to them. So you cannot erase history, but the fact that they're trying to whitewash it and suppress it is corny. They have, I don't want to say everything on Smash, but it's like, that's 5. Black people, I'm trying, but it's hard. Black people, we've had to follow in a lot of other cultures for hundreds of years. Look at colleges and shit like, Colleges and shit like that. Fuck that. Look at colleges.
Yeah.
When they pledge a fraternity, a sorority, what are they using? Greek letters.
They are.
Greek letters.
Right.
We're Black.
Exactly.
We do it.
But.
And that's no shade to, what's been going on and how y'all have it set up. You're proud of what you're proud of. And, that's your sorority. That's your fraternity for life. That's a brotherhood or a sisterhood. I'm not throwing shade to you. I'm just simply pointing out things. So it's okay for us as people of color to incorporate, everybody else's culture into our lifestyle and our everyday lives. But when it's time for us to recognize who we are and understand the process and the trials and tribulations, it's unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
That's corny to me.
We're told we're complaining too much.
That's corny to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why parents need to understand that teaching does not only start in schools.
Right.
A lot of parents need
again?
teaching does not start in schools. A lot of parents don't understand that. I'm a millennial parent, so I'm on the fairly younger side. You know what I'm saying? There are times where I'm on social media, I just see posts. Sometimes I put my 2 cents in. Most of the time I don't, because a lot of people don't listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to respond and I don't have time for that shit. But I do see a lot of things that bother me. For instance, there was a post that was circulating. Oh, well, what did they say? Teachers not teaching us about financial literacy is one of the biggest systems letdowns. What do you mean? Right. Why? Don't get me wrong. There's a curriculum that teachers need to follow, and they need to make sure that, kids are learning and understanding certain things. But it's like, as a parent, what is it that you're doing with your child outside of school? Granted, teachers, no funny shit, they make fucking peanuts.
Yeah.
They make peanuts.
Which is sad.
So if they're doing that as a job, most of the time it's one, because that's really, really what they love, or two, they're trying to get their debt forgiven. And you can always tell the difference between the two. Like, let's just call a spade a spade.
You really can.
We ain't going to hide behind it.
Because we've all had that one teacher that's just not, they don't care.
Send your ass right to the office. They don't give a fuck. And then you have that one teacher that's super passionate. Mm-hmm. And when you're in school and you're fucking up, they try to pull you to the side and give you that pep talk, whether it's stuck with you or not. That's on you. And it's, you had to figure it the fuck out. But the point that I'm trying to get at is they are with your child for a good portion and chunk of the day, right? But there are things outside of school that you need to be able to teach your children.
On. Yeah.
If you don't agree with the things that your child is learning in school, you got 2 options. Either you can teach them outside of school, or you can keep them.
Hello.
Yeah, you can keep them home and you can homeschool them.
Hello.
That's always an option.
I ain't doing it.
Or, when you're helping your kids with their homework, you don't even got kids. What are you talking about?
But in the future, I ain't doing that.
Yeah. So in the event that, you're helping your child with their homework and you guys are talking about social studies or history, whatever the case may be, that is your chance and your opportunity to enlighten your child on what things and how things are. Financial literacy, yes, they're not going to learn that in school. But as an adult, I'm pretty sure you pay bills on a regular basis. You should know what a credit score is. So you got to take that initiative to teach your kid the things that our school ain't willing to teach.
Amen.
You get what I'm saying? A lot of the times, and I don't want to just say Black people, I'm going to say people of color, when they get a couple dollars, the first thing they want to do is run and move to the burbs and get their kids. Oh, I want my kid to go to a better school. So you take them out the hood or the urban areas and you move them to somewhere that's suburban. If you ask me on a personal level, I feel like that's bullshit. Taking your kid out of an urban school in an urban area and moving them to the suburbs, it's not the flex that, it's not the flex that you think it is. It's not. Because when you think about it in hindsight and in retrospect, your child has the rest of their lives to be a minority.
Hello.
The fucking rest of their lives. From the day they're born into the day that they die, they will be a minority. You get what I'm saying? When they graduate from high school, depending on what college they choose to go to, unless it's an HBCU, more than likely they're going to be a minority. So why would you not want to try to develop and preserve that strong sense of self for as long as you could?
Seriously.
You know what I'm saying? Like your kid needs to grow up around people that look like them, not talk like them, not speak like them. So when they get into the real world, they don't have an identity crisis. They have a very strong sense of self. I'm sorry, I'm going off on a parent rant, like a parent tangent, but this is, I feel passionately about this type of shit because I am a parent. Like at the end of the day, when you have when you have children, these are just the type of things that you need to think about. I only have one child, but there's things that I just do for my child. For instance, my profession, you know, I hear people all the time when it comes to construction workers, oh, they're not smart, they're dumb, they don't know anything, they just, get paid for the hard labor, they're using their bodies as tools. I hear that shit all the time. At first, I used to take offense to it. I'm not gonna hold you. The further along I got into my career, I did realize a lot of fucking construction workers, they are pretty fucking dumb. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and fake the funk on that. But then I also realized there are a lot of them that are intelligent. When you know your shit, it gives you it gives you an edge. Yeah. Like, you're ahead of the ball. You're ahead of the game. You know what's going on. But I chose my profession, I'm not gonna hold you, because my son, when he was about 7 or 8, I asked him, like, oh, what do you want to be? Kids normally, they change time and time again. Oh, I want to be a police officer. I want to be a basketball player. I want to be a fucking football player, a lawyer, a doctor. They always change. From the time my son said he wanted to be an architect, I believe he was about 6. Mm-hmm. I asked him again when he turned 8. He said the same exact thing. So as a parent, I took it upon myself. What can I do to, ensure that my child's transition into the field that he wants to, be in is a smooth one? Then he might change his mind at a certain point in time, but he's 13 right now. He's still screaming the same thing. So I don't want to say I took a sacrifice, because at the end of the day, I can always do what I want to do for employment. But I made sure, like, me being in that field, it's going to help my son aid in that process, in that transition. So when he has certain questions about blueprints, I can talk to him about that. You know what I'm saying? If he wants to know the difference between commercial, residential, industrial, how this is put together, that put together. So that was just my token towards my son to help, him get in line and understand the things that he wants to do. I'm only sharing that because it's like, at the end of the day, like I said, damn, I'm going off on the likes. Happens when I get passionate.
It's like,
yeah, as I said, there we go. I'm working on the transitions as I go along. As I said, we as parents, you have to figure out how you can not necessarily combat what your children are being taught, but how you can aid in that. If you don't agree with the school curriculum, make it your business to teach your kid as much as and wherever you can outside of school time. I know it's hard, we work the 8 hours, they're in school for 8 hours, but hopefully in an ideal situation, you're going to be at work while your kids are in school. If not, I feel for you. I went through that same type of shit. But, you make it work. And in the meantime, between time, you'll figure something out. That's
it. I guess that's the way the world works, man.
I mean,
shout out to y'all single mothers doing y'all damn thing. Proud of y'all.
I'm not a single mother. I got a baby daddy. We just ain't together.
Shout out to y'all single mothers out here doing y'all damn thing.
Okay. I brought up sororities and fraternities. Shout out to, since we talking about shout outs, shout out to all the HBCUs, man.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to the HBCUs.
I don't think they're shouted out enough, man.
I'm about to shout them out right now.
All right.
Clark Atlanta.
Yes, man. Spelman.
FAMU.
Yes, sir.
They're actually canceling student. Well, I don't know if Howard's doing it. I got to check up on it.
You know Howard's not. They're not. I know for a fact they're not.
So they're actually canceling the 2020 and 2021 student tuition balances. I think that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Due to the fact that you want to clap them up.
Thank you.
It wasn't supposed to go like that, but don't worry, I'll take care of that. I think the fact that they're canceling the student debt, that's dope.
That is dope.
And they're not even, as, what I want to say, because they're definitely established, but they don't have the funds and the resources like the private white-owned schools do.
Yes.
But they're still making that step towards in the right direction morally, right? Because it was a pandemic. What could kids really do? Everybody had to get sent home. You might have did online classes, but some people need that in-person interaction.
Yes, it has to be.
Everybody's different style, or everybody's learning style is different. So the fact that they're doing that, I think that is pretty dope.
Shout out to anybody who could do all the studying on a computer, man. Shout out to y'all.
The ADHD?
Like a motherfucker.
You managing all right now?
No. Like, still bugging. Trying to find my comfortable area.
Oh, man, dog. Listen, the fact that they're doing the right thing, I think that is very commendable. Because they didn't have to do that.
At all, man.
They could have been like,
you know how greedy some of these, like, colleges are? Forget about the, what are these, like, Yale and all
they got every resident.
Get the hell out of here. They get first dibs at everything.
They got every resident.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, if I have it my way, I hope that my son...
But this is the thing. Just one more thing. Half of these big name schools, I mean, it's cool. You're going to go to that school, but what are they actually producing when it comes to, like, students? And what like, graduation rates? You know what I mean? Like I'm
pretty sure the graduation rate is pretty high.
But there was a study, because I was listening to it. I can't remember I think it was, it might have been Wack on one of his podcasts, but he asked somebody a representative from like a smaller school. And he's like, we're producing these graduates. And I can't remember. I'm going to get the name of the actual video, but he was like, we're producing all of these people, and it was a specific workforce. You know what I mean? Like a specific degree. And he's like, all of these colleges that these people are paying all this money for this degree, they're not producing the graduates like they should be. You know what I mean? They're not putting them people back into the workforce because these people aren't graduating.
You just put me on a G. I never knew about that.
I'm going to send you the video.
Yeah. Thank you. I feel as though the fine line between going to colleges, people need to understand college is really a game of sometimes it's what you know, but more than often it's about who you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you go to college, you're there to make connections.
You are.
You're there to make connections. And I feel as though, even though I haven't even watched that video, if they feel as though their graduation rates are lower, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be people of color, because they cannot focus on their studies how their white counterparts are.
Amen.
You feel me? If I'm there on a scholarship,
finances.
Yeah, if I'm there on a scholarship, that means I need to maintain a certain GPA.
And that right there can kill a person.
Even if my fucking scholarship covers a certain portion. If I'm not up there on a full ride, it covers a certain portion. Now I need to
get in the workforce.
I have to. I need to work after school or do some type of work study program so I can be able to make up the ends and the odds. It's not an even level playing ground. This is what I'm trying to say. I can preach that shit till I'm blue in the face, but not everybody's gonna understand it.
Amen.
I just talked about tuition. We still on the topic of shout out. Shout out to Target.
What Target do?
Target?
Yeah.
So they're actually offering to pay for tuition for all their employees, whether they're full-time or part-time.
Well, they should.
Starbucks does the same thing.
Well, I like Starbucks. I know a few people who
does
work.
The same thing.
And so does Whole Foods. Whole Foods does the same thing. They've been doing it forever. I used to work for them in 2007. They've been doing that forever. There's still a lawyer that works for Whole Foods. He's a full-time lawyer, a great one at that. He still works there at least one day a week. At least one day a week. He's like, yo, they put me through law school. That was his respect.
Those are great incentives. So you see, when you work for a company,
a corporate company,
yeah, you got to pick the right company to work for, you know, because certain ones are going to come with those type of perks.
They are.
You might not make as much on an hourly basis, but they're willing to put you through school. How many places going to do that?
Exactly.
How many places going to do that? There's motherfuckers who work at the hospital. Sometimes hospitals don't even offer that. They don't
want to do it. Yep.
Some of them do.
Yep.
Some of them do, but not all of them.
Well, the same thing with dental. I work in dental. There's a few offices, like most of the private offices, they don't want to unless they're putting you under a contract, but they'll do it if you actually agree to the contract. but the contract's usually like 6 years, and they want you to work after you graduate. They want you to work for them.
Yeah, that's too much. That's too much, man. My local, we actually partner with one of the schools in the Boston area. We partner with Wentworth.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Wentworth.
Dope.
So I believe you get...
Right? That's like a science and mathematics.
Yeah. So I believe you get about a third of the tuition off. And if you have your license, that gives you about a certain amount, I can't remember exactly, a certain amount of credits towards a bachelor's and associates.
That's dope.
I think it's about 33.
Oh, that's dope.
So yeah, that's pretty dope. You got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. Sometimes the bag, even though it might not sound right or it might sound right, pay attention to the perks. Some shit to take you further.
Because the perks matter. They definitely matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. My last shout out. Shout out to my good sis, Issa Rae, man.
Shout out to you, Issa.
She got married.
Congratulations.
On the low ski.
But I like that, though.
Hell yeah. I love that.
You live a public life. If you can capture a private moment.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, nobody even knew that she was dating anybody.
No, that's fly, though. I think that's fly.
That was such a nigga move.
I agree.
That is such a nigga move. Pop out in all white. Like, yeah, this all white party was lit. Like,
I love that, though.
But she looked so beautiful.
And she was happy.
Of course, as she should be. And she, she was tweeting about it very casually after the fact that it happened. I'm happy for her. Yeah. I'm happy for her. I love to see Black love. She looked amazing. Okay, let me. There we go. Hit the right button.
There you go.
She looked amazing. Shout out to her bridal party and her friends for being able to keep that shit under wraps. Because some of these hoes can't hold water.
Exactly.
Can't hold water. You would have told her on Monday. She would have told your business by Sunday night. Some bitches, some bitches don't know how to keep their mouth closed. So the fact that she had a tight enough circle to where none of them made any post and didn't run her business, you can't buy friends like that. You can't buy loyalty like that.
You sure can't. You
can't buy loyalty like that.
So God bless them. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, everything looked like it was a vibe. I think her dress was made by Vera Wang. I'm like, yes.
Yo, can I tell you something? Maybe this is the gay side of me, but I love Vera Wang. Everything. Everything Vera. Everything.
I said, maybe this is the gay side of me, but I love Vera Wang.
She's a classic, man. I feel like any woman who picks Vera, that's what time it is. I love it.
Very classy.
Exactly.
Very classy.
I love it.
But yeah, Issa, first of all, Beyonce gave us the sauce. Even though Issa's husband, he's very handsome. Beyonce gave us the sauce. You know what I'm saying? You got to date somebody and fall in love with somebody who not worships the ground that you walk on, but they'll do anything for you, right? Because that's how Jay is with her. And Issa also gave you the sauce. Until you secure the ring, don't post a thing. Exactly. That's it. Exactly. That is it.
Exactly.
Still talking about married couples. Sierra and Russell Wilson. Did you see that post of them?
Yes. With the
you want to elaborate? Yeah, go ahead. You seem like you were so touched by this. Go ahead.
I absolutely loved him too. At first, I thought it was a little annoying because I kind of questioned Sierra's sincerity. But over the years,
why?
I just didn't feel like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I saw what you like in a man, like with the whole future thing. So that's probably when my head was caught up. When she started dating Russell, I didn't think it would actually stick. I didn't think it would actually stick. But then again, some people aren't as damaged as others. Like somebody fucked you over,
right?
Had a baby, all of that stuff, did all this nasty shit to you. Are you naturally going to trust the next person? You know what I mean? And she actually gave herself to this man.
Well, I feel as though it's very easy not say easy. I feel as though it's easier for women to move on from heartbreak than it is men.
You think so?
Yes, absolutely. Niggas get their heart broke in 6th grade and it's fuck bitches to the day that they die.
Yo.
How many times do you see women, they may carry a bit of insecurity and, a little bit of animosity, but I would like to truly believe that women try to love as though they haven't been hurt before.
Okay, so maybe I got sisters. And now I got 3 of them, or 4 of them, but I got 3 of them that I'm like, in their lives, and I watch how the three of them love. Two of them love totally different from one of my sisters. You know what I mean? And
the one that loves different, is that the one that you feel as though has been scorned?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
She might be too far gone off in them trenches.
And you know what? Sometimes that happens. I feel like certain men are meant to steal a piece from the women that they're interacting with. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just who they are.
No, I get what you're saying.
And again, I've heard this before too. A lot of men must hate their mothers because the way they treat women is despicable, man. And I feel like my sister's one of those people who's been damaged. Like, I don't think it's damaged to the point of no return, but I do think it's damaged to a point where it's going to be very hard for somebody to, like, crack that ice to get into, you know, the good feeling of somebody's heart.
So I totally understand everything that you're saying, right? A lot of times people feel as though when a person has been damaged that they can't recover from that.
You're right.
I think sometimes when I speak about these situations, I'm coming from a biased standpoint of view because while I have loved people, I feel like loving people or being, well, let me correct myself because I'm about to say some bullshit. While I have loved people and being able to be loved by a person, for me, that's a very easy concept.
Okay.
Because I feel like there's beauty in every person that you meet. Amen. Loving a person is not a hard concept or for me to grasp or a hard thing for me to do. However, falling in love is something that I have never done up to now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 32. I've never been like, I fell in love. Yeah, I never fell in love with a nigga before. And I haven't because I understand that I'm a conditional lover.
Okay.
A lot of people tend to,
That's self-realization. That's dope.
Yeah, I keep it under with myself. I'm the
That's
realest.
dope because niggas be out here lying to themselves, and that's sad.
I'm the realest nigga I know. What? What Two Trey say? You the realest nigga breathing? If I hold my breath, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, what? I'm gonna always keep it 100, even when it's not convenient.
Here comes that little old hood nigga that comes out when she,
Yo, people say that all the time. They're like, when you go off on them reds, you get to talking that talk. I'm like, yeah, listen, it just.
She believes it though. Trust me.
This is really
in real
me,
life.
though.
Yeah, in real life. Yeah,
because
I can say that.
There's people that even sometimes when I speak to them or they're getting to know me, they say to me, "Oh, who hurt you? Why are you so hard?" I'm like, nigga, this is not a wall. No. This is not a facade. This is me. I'm outside. I've been outside.
Catch me outside, y'all.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to be funny or anything along those lines. That doesn't mean that I still don't possess a more feminine side. It's just more so like, I said this shit before on my part. Who the fuck is you for me to be out here just hella soft and simping for you? That's what you want?
Listen, honestly, I take my hat off to it. Because I feel like the ones that are giving all that sensitive shit are giving these niggas, you know, ways that they can treat you wrong. Because you out here being sweet and kind to this nigga, and this nigga don't know shit, but
you just got to be cautious. Because when you think about it, you're talking about your heart, right? So you got to be cautious when it comes to that type of shit. You wouldn't just give a stranger that you met $1,000, no problem. Would you?
Hell no.
Oh, I just met you on the street. Let me give you $1,000 of my dollars.
Right.
Your heart is worth way more than $1,000. So you just got to be conscious with that type of shit. I feel like the concept that most people need to understand is, and it sounds way easier to say than it actually is to do, but in matters and affairs of the heart, and I'm looking directly at the camera, do not allow your emotions to override your common sense. Again, I say do not allow your emotions to override your common sense. That's just going to take you far. It don't matter how good a motherfucker make you feel. You got to be able to remove yourself and be like, hold on, this ain't right. This ain't right.
If it don't feel right, it ain't right.
This ain't right. Like, it's just not right. But we sit here, I don't want to be no fucking relationship guru, man. Fuck that shit, man.
I'm all set.
Single time married, my nigga.
Amen.
Back to Sierra. Okay. So I think that she just grew and she matured as a woman.
I love it, though.
She grew and she matured as a woman. So I never doubted the love that she had for Russell Wilson. I actually felt as though it was always genuine.
I didn't.
Why you think that she just, after Future, she went through that bullshit with Future, she was just looking for like a good guy to kind of pick up the pieces.
Yep.
See, and that's what most people would think. And this is what I'm saying, because before I just got done going off on that little rant, what I led with, I think loving a person and being able to love anybody is a very easy concept. If you can't love anybody, it's because you're a bit shallow. We as humans, we're shallow anyways. Mm-hmm. But you got to believe in that type of love, because look at what she was coming off of. She was heartbroken. And the type of man that Russell Wilson was exactly what she needed in that time of her life. That's how I know that shit was genuine.
Shout out to Russell, though, just for being like an all-around good life.
Yeah, everybody goes on time, oh, he's a corny nigga, he's a corny nigga. Yeah, bro, if you don't know your father, just say that.
Exactly.
If you don't know your father, just say that. If that nigga went to go get milk, he told you he was going to the corner store in 96 to go get milk, and the nigga never came back, and it's 2021, just say that.
Amen.
He's not corny.
He's not.
He's a man.
Yeah.
He does what he's supposed to do for his household. He makes his woman happy.
I think because we don't see enough of it, people always
it happens all the time, though. It happens all the time. He claims another man's child, not necessarily as his, but he takes care of him as though that's his own child. What's wrong with that?
Not a damn thing.
R.I.P. when Nipsey Hussle did, niggas said nothing about it. Nipsey was helping take care of Lil Wayne's kid. Right. Niggas did not bat an eye. So why? Because Russell Wilson doesn't fit the qualifications of which I would call a real nigga that makes him corny.
Yeah.
Like I said, nigga, ask your mother why your father wasn't around.
Huh.
We adults now. Niggas always want to talk about, oh, this bitch is a hoe, that bitch is a hoe. Are some niggas willing to admit and accept the fact that their mom was a hoe?
Hey.
Yeah, you willing to accept the fact that your mother might have been on some shit like, I'm pregnant and your daddy said I didn't want the baby and she kept it, so he dipped on y'all?
Mm-hmm.
That's a concept.
Right. That is a concept.
The nigga probably, you saying that nigga wasn't around for me, nigga ain't fuck me, nigga didn't want you neither.
All right.
So what you mad about? And I ain't saying this shit to offend people or hurt your feelings, but I'm just saying, as an adult, these are the concepts that you need to think of. You can't be mad at a man for doing what he's supposed to do.
Or you can't be mad at a man who told you they were going to do exactly what they were going to do, and you still decided to have that baby.
Take it up with your moms, man. Take it up with your moms. I tell niggas all the time, if you and your siblings, y'all don't have the same last name, it's slow. I ain't even gonna say nothing else. It's slow.
Hold on, I gotta segue into that, because me and my siblings, we all have the same name except for one of us. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to hear the story.
So I always say this. My sister, myself and my sister right under me, we have our mother's last name.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say because my mom is still best friends with my dad. But my sister's father, she can't stand him. So I think it was different. You know what I mean? Or, I'm not going to say that, because you know what? If my mother ever sees this, you know.
You're not going to bleep it out if you want to say what you want to say.
Okay. So I want to say this. Like, all right. So, word.
Oh, no. You sound you about to explain the whole story.
No, it's not. My mom's had a baby with my pops. My pops was gone, dog. She still decided to have a baby. She didn't tell him until she was like 9 months. Boom. That was the first one. My mom got pregnant. She realized she didn't like this man. But then she decided to keep her child. Never asked this man for
You ain't
anything.
even saying nothing bad, nigga. I thought you were about to say something controversial.
No.
And you saying that because y'all got two different fathers?
Yeah.
That's not controversial. That shit happens every day in the hood. I thought you were about to say something juicy.
Oh, my bad. Guess that's not juicy.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's just regular shit. I mean, if you want me to cut it, I can cut it, but I don't. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that was anything bad.
Okay.
But, yeah. At the end of the day, Russell did what he was supposed to do. He understood the assignment.
Yeah. Well, shout out to him. That's a good man.
Yeah, I'm not a religious person, but I am a spiritual person. However, I meditate over prayer, but they do say there is power in prayer,
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they're able to do that together shows the strength and the depth of their relationship. How many times you done heard motherfuckers say, I thought of you, I prayed for you?
I think that's a lovely life.
I ain't never had no nigga pray for me. They just tell me they wish I'd go to hell.
Wait. I probably got a few of those too.
Oh, dogs, nigga. I don't care. Them niggas love me before they hated me.
Amen.
Fuck them.
Amen.
Care,
they gave you a reason.
Yeah, listen, man.
But I think the concept, especially if you are religious, if you do find a person that prays for you and wants to pray with you,
that's so fire.
I think that's dope.
Speaking of fucking fire, the Locks, my good boys, they started their versus battle off.
Baby.
You know what I'm saying? With some prayer at the beginning.
Listen, I had a good time at the concert because that's how I felt. I was
I want to throw my motherfucking hat off my head right now. I can't believe niggas was out here disrespecting the mighty D Block, talking about Dipset was going wrong. I mean, going to win. Don't get me wrong. I definitely no. I grew up in the Dipset era.
I did too.
You understand? So I understand how influential they were and still are to the hip hop community. But you cannot deny. Like, I'm just hard. I'm hard. Dumb. So I was automatically going with D Block. What?
Me too.
Come on, man.
Jadakiss.
Everybody's like, oh, it was only Jadakiss.
Nah. Because Styles P kept that energy. He kept the tempo.
Niggas was talking about, oh, what was Sheek Luch gonna do?
He was the hype man.
What you mean?
He was doing the same thing as Freaky Zeke.
Where them bitch ass niggas at, man? Tell them niggas come outside right now. You understand that? It's essential. You gotta put that fire underneath niggas' asses sometimes. Mm-hmm. I was thoroughly entertained. I enjoyed everything.
Very entertained.
Everything about it. What was your most favorite parts of the battle?
Listen.
Or the verses, shall we call it?
Oh, wait. The time that Jada was like, oh, niggas go to jail to get their
teeth fixed.
Their teeth fixed. They gonna look at jewels.
Yeah. Oh my
I said
goodness.
all the petty. You're bringing on the petty. I love it. I fucking love it.
I enjoyed everything about the battle.
And good sportsmanship.
I enjoyed everything about the battle. The difference that everybody could clearly see was
the energy.
It was an energy too, but the chemistry was undeniable, right?
Oh.
You can tell that the Locks, they've been together.
The price went up.
And they've definitely... That too, but they've definitely maintained a brotherhood throughout their career.
Yeah, well,
right?
That's the thing. There's no Beyonce. There's no Beyonce, even though they already know what time it is. There's no Beyonce. When it comes to Dipset, Cam's gonna always feel like he's Beyonce.
Rightfully so, though. Rightfully so.
I ain't mad at him. He is the Beyonce.
Rightfully so.
But I think the mother niggas feel it though. I feel like they feel it. Like on some shit. They've had some shit in their past, like niggas didn't hold that loyalty.
I think Jewels and Jim, they definitely felt it, but I think that Sheek Luch and Styles also understand it's the same thing with Jada. But the fact is, and the difference was, Jada don't make them feel less than. You get what I'm saying?
Those are his brothers, regardless.
It was a point where Jada, not even a point where, all throughout the whole verses, Jada was spitting niggas bars like they was his.
Exactly.
You would have thought that they was his bars.
Well, what was up with the lip syncing though? Not even like the lip syncing, but like the voiceovers.
Yo,
like
Zeke, my nigga, stick to storytelling. Stick to storytelling.
I didn't know what the fuck was going on when it came to Freaky.
He's like, oh, y'all niggas need to get off the stage if y'all not rapping.
You're not rapping, nigga.
The fuck?
Please follow through.
Nah, that was definitely a very, very, very good verses. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And you know, the fact that they still maintain the peace and, you know, they're all going on tour at I think they said at the top of September. That was dope as shit. Styles P actually accepted the key to the city of Yonkers on behalf of the Locks, which was dope as fuck.
Clapped him up.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, you want me to give him a...
Yeah. I love it. They kept saying, y'all know it's New York. Nigga, we're New York, dog.
It was the truth. It was the absolute truth.
It was.
I feel as though if Dipset would have been a little bit more prepared and they would have had that battle anywhere else, it could have swayed in Dipset's favor.
But this is the thing, though. Yo, I'm telling you. I keep saying the energy. Yo, Dipset brought very geriatric vibes. Other than Cam be for the action. Forever and always. But
some people might not know what geriatric I do. But
old.
Okay.
The old vibe.
You gotta throw that
like
out there
them niggas
sometime,
need a little oil for that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas couldn't quite hit.
I definitely did tweet that. I'm like, Jimmy needs some He needs some WD-40 for them joints. He was like,
hit. And low key, did y'all catch the bloopers though? Y'all know Jimmy fell off the stage though, right?
He tried to do damage control and say his ring flew off his finger, so he dove. Like, no, that looked like it was a slip and fall.
That was
cleaned up on aisle 7. What you talking about, cuz? What you talking about? What you talking about, my nigga?
On dogs, nigga. If you fell, just say that, dog. Come on.
I mean, they put forth. I ain't gonna say they put forth their best effort, but it had to happen in New York City, right?
It did.
Because I don't want to talk about the shoulda, woulda, couldas. I don't like speaking on hypothetical situations. Moral of the story: don't ever fucking sleep on the fucking logs.
Listen.
Understand? The lesson that was learned was it don't matter about that flashy shit. When you real and you got bars, talent, you cannot lose.
Undeniable.
You want to say something? Go ahead.
I want to just say this. Like, it was just crazy to me how, I lost my train of thought. That's crazy. That's what I mean. Yo, that's what I'm saying. Niggas didn't understand, like, them niggas, I think they look at them like, because they were like hype in like the late 90s, early 2000s and all of that, man, they look at them as the older niggas.
Well, you know what it is? Health is fucking wealth.
It is.
Health is wealth.
You can see it. You can see it, dog.
At the end of the day,
drugs, all the
Jada, Chic, Styles, them niggas eat right. Yep. They drink sea moss. I mean, they intaking sea moss. They getting their elderberry in. You know what I'm saying? The turmeric shots. This that niggas, they drinking Pepsi. Smoking blunts. And still, Jewels, we ain't even gonna talk about him.
Because I'm not even sure he had his rack in that night, nigga.
Niggas said Jewels was sleep on the floor because he was waiting for the 250. I said niggas is going crazy.
I'm telling you.
Niggas said Jewels he couldn't rap because his new teeth did his own verses. I'm like, y'all look grimy, nigga.
This nigga would not leave the mic.
He didn't even know his words. Nah. And I was over it because I'm like, you knew that you were going to have a fucking... You knew that you were going into the verses, right?
Word. Who told you to do that bump?
How you know he did a bump?
He looked like he did a bump.
He did look a little high.
Thank you.
But, at the end of the day, they put on for New York City. It was bigger than, just one group. And shout out to the Locks.
Shout out to the Locks.
Shout out to the Locks. I know they left that battle.
Jada got MVP, though.
Yeah, of course. We all know that. We seen it. I was there. I watched
just had to call it. Shout out to Jada, man.
I was at the crib. I watched it with my 4 eyes. I seen it. I peeped the vibes. I knew what the fuck was going on. I know they left that battle feeling like $1 million.
Yo, I know Jada left that battle like the price went up.
Of course, absolutely. Absolutely. And for people who didn't know their music, because I know there's a lot of people underneath our generation that didn't know their music. I bet you they getting familiar now.
Because they said them streams done went up how much?
I bet you they familiar now. I know they left that battle feeling like a fucking $1 million.
Yo, that's dope, though.
Talking about $1 million. How about $1 billion? Shout out to my good sis,
Riri.
Backyard Riri. Oh, they gotta clap that up for her.
Yes. God.
What? Sis is a billionaire.
Can I tell you she made more money than Oprah?
No, she didn't.
Wait, it was 1.7. They had Oprah make money.
So she is the highest. I did my research. She is the highest earning female.
Educate me, sis.
Yeah, of course. You know I got you. She is the highest earning female female musician. Okay. And the second highest earning entertainer. So she's second to Oprah. She's second to Oprah.
All right. My bad,
second to Oprah. Nah, it's all good.
Fake news.
Nah, I mean, you was
in
first and second is they right there neck and neck.
Amen.
But shout out to Riri, man.
Pat yourself on the
back,
girl.
Riri.
Yo, most anticipated album. She's about to outsell everybody.
She don't even gotta make another fucking track.
But
if
I'm
she don't
telling
want
you,
to.
she's gonna do it. She's gonna do it because her name it's in the clouds right now, dog.
But $1 billion, man. $1 billion. Damn. I know Barbados is so proud of her. She been got the keys to the city.
Oh yeah, please. I'm proud of her. Shit. I don't even know the woman. Proud of her.
Of course. I've been listening to Rihanna for forever.
Yeah.
When she first came out, her first album, Selfish was my favorite song off her first album.
But listen, everybody should take their hat off to B because B's the one who actually said to Jay-Z, when it was Tierra Marie and her, she actually said to Jay-Z, pay attention to the island girl. That's the one right there.
You put me on to something new.
That's dope.
Ask me that. Go ahead.
But yeah, that shit's dope. B called it all them years ago. Even if they don't fuck with each other now, she called it. That's the talent.
Oh, you put me on to something. I did not know that.
Yep.
Because for the longest, everybody could have swore that fucking Rihanna was sliding with Jay-Z and they was making it a big thing.
Oh. I don't believe that, though. I don't believe it, though. And even if she did, hey, that's fucked up. Because that, in the long run of things, like, she put you on. She definitely put you on.
I mean, whether she did or she didn't, that's between them, the motherfuckers that was in the bed, and the man above.
You're right.
It's business.
You're
business
right.
is business.
It's business.
Business
gotta
is business.
pay your dues.
You gonna let the motherfucking, the little sidebar bullshit get in the way? You get in a motherfucking bag? You better not ever.
Not at all.
Better not ever.
But to see them all in the picture.
That's dope. Why wouldn't they been?
So
They've known each other for how fucking long?
Yeah, but not even now. I'm just talking about Jay-Z, fucking Kanye, and Rihanna.
Yeah, all three of them got a Billy.
That's dope.
All three of them. Well, Jay and Kanye probably got more than a Billy, but
yeah,
they're all billionaires. Point being, Jay-Z, he made the right move. He scouted out the talent, and he let his spawns branch off and produce, and they sure made it fucking happen. They motherfucking made it happen. Understand, more money, more problems. But a Billy comes with even bigger responsibilities. So don't sleep on that shit.
I love it though.
Another fucking billionaire, Dr. Dre.
Nice segue.
All right, listen,
nice segue.
I mean, look, you know, I put a little thought into this shit, okay? I be like, hold on, let me see how I can make this shit run together smooth like water.
That was nice. I really appreciate that. That was dope.
Thank you. Dr. J, we need to talk to you.
Listen, get them on the line, fam.
We need to talk to you because everybody's been split in the middle. Dr. J, your daughter's out here. She's 38 years old. She says she's living in her car with her kids.
Come on, dog.
She says she's homeless. She hasn't received a penny from you in over 18 months, right?
I just want...
Now, to his defense, and when I say to his defense, I'm only assuming that this would be an explanation for the reason why he's not financially supporting her anymore. There were, let's use the word allegedly, she had been doing interviews discussing the status of their estranged relationships. I didn't have a chance to really tap in and, see what the interview said. But I'm assuming she probably, might have threw a little dirt on his name. Crazy. He didn't like that. He cut off.
Crazy.
I mean, you want to talk about how you feel before? Because I might have a little mouthful to say. You can go ahead, get your issue off.
Sorry, but listen, okay, so when it comes to that, I don't know what happened in the background, but on some shit, like, I do understand probably where she's coming from, a spoiled mind. You know what I mean? Like, you've gotten me used to this lifestyle. What am I supposed to do now? But that's like rich people problems. Like, honestly, that's rich people problems. I don't think I don't really think it's fucked up though. She's a grown ass woman. I mean, I don't think she should be destitute in a car, but I mean, you got to draw the line somewhere. Are you going to reward bad behavior?
Oh, was that a rhetorical question, or you was asking?
No, I was asking, like, are you gonna reward, like, your?
So you want to know my opinion?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I don't know when they developed their relationship, when they were introduced to each other in each other's lives.
Good point.
Right. For all we know, she could have, I don't know, met him in her 20s.
Right.
Could have met him. We don't fucking know exactly when they, developed their relationship. And maybe I fault myself for not doing a little bit more research. So I can only go based off of what, I've seen. Yeah, I can only go based off of what I've seen and work with the information that I know. She's 38, right? Everybody's like, oh, he's probably been taking care of her since birth. The first 18 months she had to be on her own. She out here living like a bum. That was something that I actually saw somebody post.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's because, like I said, my heritage is a bit different. But in my heritage, you don't put your children out.
You don't.
You get what I'm saying? This is my thought process. You don't put your children out until they are ready to be in the world.
Right.
And they're ready to be in the world when you mold them and you give them the tools to be successful in the world. Now, if Dr. Dre did everything that he was supposed to do, and she just took the bag and fucked it up and fumbled it, for all we know, he could be teaching her a hard lesson.
Right.
Right? This could be something he didn't be like, I done gave you this amount of money, I done gave you this, I done gave you that, you done blew through everything. I'm not doing it no more. And if that's the situation in the scenario, I totally understand it.
Bad behavior.
No, not really bad behavior, but it's just kind of like irresponsible behavior, right?
All right. Again, privilege.
I don't think it's privilege because at the end of the day, that's still your child.
It is your child.
I don't think he might be teaching her a hard lesson right now, but I don't see him letting her consistently and continuously going through that. Right. For her to go to the tabloids and the blogs definitely took a situation from bad to worse because it's like whatever you were looking for, if you wanted to receive it and if he was thinking about doing it,
he's not.
Sister, you definitely prolonged the process.
He's probably like, I hope you got paid for that interview.
You probably prolonged the process. And this is why people need to understand when it comes to family affairs, you got to keep that shit off the internet.
Yo, especially when you're in the public eye. Your father is Dr. Dre. Y'all couldn't handle that in private?
She said she hasn't seen him in 17 years, though.
Oh.
So she hasn't seen him in 17 years, but he just stopped providing for her 18 months ago. This is what I'm saying. Like, there's so many different elements to the story, and he hasn't publicly spoken out on it. So we can only go based off of what she's saying.
Yeah.
For all we know, she could have, if she hasn't seen him in 17 years, her gripes could come from, him not acknowledging her.
Right.
Can we blame her for that?
Nope.
Can you blame her for that? If I'm your child and you had me with somebody else, but you went off and created your own family, you're doing this and you're doing that. It does sound spiteful, but all your children need love. All your children need love. You get what I'm saying?
I get that.
And not only is she your daughter, I'm assuming she's unmarried, so she has your grandchildren too.
So that means they're living in
it becomes bigger than her. As a father and as a man, how do you let that one go?
All right, I definitely. You gave me a different perspective.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like I said, what she did wasn't right for her going to the tabloids.
Because I definitely think that's a game changer when your family's in the public eye, though. It's not like one of us. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean? Niggas do that shit all the time. How many times you done see somebody get mad at their face? Dogs, at the end of the day, I don't fuck with nobody in my family.
But
niggas don't never take care of my kids.
But it's the levels, though. Like, this is like national.
Yeah, but public embarrassment is public embarrassment.
Yeah, but that's on such a big, that's on a big
And that's
scale.
why I said I understand Dr. Dre's standpoint, because I'm on some shit. If you are a family member of mine, even if you're my friend, and you go to social media, any fucking app, talk about whatever we have going on, it's slow for you. It's slow for you. The same way you took the time to pull out your phone and bust your thumbs on whatever app you was on, you could have pulled out your phone, bust your thumbs, and text me.
Period.
If I blocked you, niggas got text free, text plus. You could have called me, text me off of something else if it was really bothering you and on your mind like that. You didn't have to go on the internet. So the energy and the attention that she was looking for is not worth
ruining.
It's not worth the damage that the damage that you're putting that you're putting into that relationship. It wasn't worth it to me.
You're right.
So you got to be smarter about shit like that.
You fumbled your own bag, dog.
Well, it's not about the bag, too. It's about the relationship. Because I'm pretty sure if they were in a good space with their relationship, he wouldn't let his daughter go without.
You're right.
You get what I'm saying?
You're right. But
she is 38. She's about to be 40.
Right.
But we ain't going to act like niggas in the hood still don't live with their fucking Nana.
Yeah.
Niggas don't live with niggas. How many people got uncles that's like 50 niggas still living at Nana's crib?
You're right. Yo, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Still living at Nana's crib. Like, nigga, you're not even the child. You are, well, you are the child. But you're a fucking adult. You're fucking 50. You didn't let your life pass you by. You was on bullshit. You still living with your mother.
That must hurt.
Hurt who?
The person actually living with their parent at
they be chilling, nigga.
That's crazy.
Motherfuckers be chilling. They're coming in with all type of purchase. You only got to pay a fraction of the cost for rent. If that, you pay a bill or two here and there, nigga. Whatever your mother's vice is, whether she like Virginia Slims or butter pecan ice cream, that's all you got to get, nigga. They chilling. They don't got to pay next to nothing. They are enjoying themselves. They enjoy themselves.
That's true. That's crazy. I had an uncle. Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. So parents, you gotta prepare your children for the future. This is what can happen if you don't take the time and the steps. And don't get me wrong, at a certain point, you have to allow your children to be themselves and, grow into their maturity and make the decisions and the choices that they want to,
but if
or that they choose to.
Kid is stupid, dog.
not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Yeah.
You're their parent. You're supposed to catch them when they fall.
Thank you.
You have to.
Thank you.
Have to. That's a part of parenthood.
God.
No matter how much you want, no matter how much you like about it, if you don't like it, those are still your children. This is why I tell people, be cautious of that shit. This is why I got one kid. I can't catch 3 motherfuckers. I can't even put my fingers up right to count that shit. I can't catch 3 motherfuckers.
Word.
I only got it in me to take care of one. That's why I have one child.
That's right. I respect it.
These celebrities, they need to understand the bonds that they share with their children. We on the topic of fucking children. Erica Mena, she posted a clip. It wasn't a video of her child, her newborn baby. It was just the audio of him like making like the little baby goo goo gaga noises at like 6 a.m. And Safari had reposted, I don't know who else had said something about it, but it was, I guess, another IG story where somebody was saying something like, people are very harsh when it comes to saying things about our kids on the internet. And he was like, this is why I don't post my kids, because the internet is a very harsh place. It is. I understand. I used to post my son when he was smaller, and I'm not a celebrity, but I'm just not big on that, because aside from, people judging him or critiquing him or anything like that, I just don't, I feel like my son is the most perfect and pure part of me. So if I'm not willing to expose personal details and intimate moments of myself and what I have going on personally, I'm not going to be posting my kid on the internet. And that's no shade to people that do. But a lot of the times when people don't post the kids, they're like, oh, you must don't have your kids with you, or what are you ashamed of your kids and favoritism? I'm like, nah, I'm going to be technical. My son don't even like taking pictures no more. He's at that age. You don't want no camera in his face. Like, so what I'm going to do? I totally understand and I agree with them. Some people, you got people out there, they like to make their kids Instagrams.
That's wild.
I don't know.
I think that's wild. Especially when they're like a baby. Like, dude, I don't know. Weird.
Okay, so let me think about how I want to word this. Making a child an Instagram, to me, if you are not pursuing like a modeling career or some type of like sponsorship for your child, I don't agree with it.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to put your baby like Gerber, or you want your child to do modeling, that makes sense. The thing that kind of blows me the most though is when people make posts about their kids and they use, like, they speak as though they're their child. That's the shit that I just like.
That's some weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was Erica Mena. She had made, who the fuck was it? I can't remember, but they had made a post like, oh, sometimes my mom and dad go in the room and they make these crazy noises. And I said, what the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is going on?
Under the baby's picture?
No, they posted it like that was the baby that was saying it. Like, sometimes my mom and my dad, they go in the room and they make all these crazy noises. I'm like, y'all are taking it a step too far. Yeah. Y'all taking it a step too far. The internet is a place, but you got to understand that if you make posts and anything that you post on the internet, if it's public information, it is open to interpretation, and people will critique. Scrutiny. Yeah, people will. They'll critique you.
Yes, they will.
They'll critique you. So if you don't know how to handle that type of shit, maybe you shouldn't just don't post your kids.
It's not for you.
Don't post your kids. That don't mean that you don't love them. That don't mean that you don't take care of them. You could be with them every day, but then it gets to the point to where who the fuck is the internet, and what are you trying to prove to these people that you don't know, you've never met, you'll probably never fucking see.
But they see a fraction.
This is what I'm saying.
Go through. Yeah.
Regardless of what you post, some people, they just always gonna have something to say.
Period.
That's just what it is. Regardless of how you feel, regardless of how it makes you feel, and regardless of what your intent is. I think that's a lesson that Blueface needs to learn.
Oh God. I try to like him. I try to like Blueface.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe it's the wild and crazy, but then I realized some wild and crazy is a little bit like dangerous. I don't know. I watched this show recently. His little reality show he's trying to like pitch.
Oh, he has a reality show.
Oh, so, yeah.
Never knew that.
Yeah.
Won't tune in.
Please don't.
I won't tune in.
It's just like Jocelyn's Cabaret, but
do it like it's my
ghetto.
day, baby. Do it like it's my day. Yo, that's my shit, nigga. That song is terrible, but I don't know. The more I hear it, it just sticks in my mind.
I can't.
It be like nobody. Do it like it's my day, baby. Do it like it's my day. Yo, she's funny as shit.
I can't stand her.
She is funny as shit. I love her. Hey, May.
Yo, that was my favorite. Yep, that was my favorite.
Yo, she's right.
No, but I'm telling you, on her show, that's it. It should be Surviving fucking Jocelyn. It really should be.
Said, Jocelyn, I miss you. Said, I know that.
Mm-hmm.
I know that.
Mm-hmm. That bitch is a pimp. She got a pimp mentality. I don't know the way she be talking to some of these girls, and then in the same breath gonna say, I gave y'all this opportunity to help y'all, to boost y'all careers.
She don't got much of a career herself.
Thank you. She says she's been in it for 10 decades.
Okay, so let me go ahead and get back on what the fuck I was talking about. 10 decades? All right. Blueface was on Twitter the other day, and he had made a tweet where he was like, I like the ones the most that ain't trying to prove it to the socials. I appreciate the privacy. This is what he says, right? So probably shortly after that, there's a clip of his BM basically coming in the house and giving him a kiss, calling him daddy or whatever. And there's a girl that he tries to say that he meant to her, and he's like a father figure to her. Her name is Krishan Rock. She got his name tatted twice. Not once.
I told you about the show. He got
twice.
Blue girls. That's what they call them.
Yeah, but he calls the girls blue girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I do need to watch a fucking one fucking episode. My thing is like, why y'all do? I'm about to get around ghetto. Why y'all doing that? Why the fuck is y'all doing that? What is about what? What is it about him?
Yo,
I don't understand.
I'm telling you.
I understand that people always like to argue that there are more women in the world than there are men, but that's like when you factor into incarceration, you factor into same-sex relationships, suicide and things of that nature. But there should be at least one man out there for you. Why do you feel as though you need to share a nigga? Why? Why are you sharing niggas?
I just never understood the whole you watching somebody kiss this person in the mouth and you go right behind them and kiss them in the mouth. That's weird.
SARS is real. The fuck? Why are you kissing what? Why are you sharing niggas?
Yo.
And then people like to argue, oh, Love Jack, yeah, African. Don't y'all believe in polygamy? But y'all not.
That's
nigga.
Not,
y'all not African.
Yeah,
so how the fuck is you trying to use that as a defense mechanism? I don't fuck with that shit.
Word.
I don't fuck with that shit. There's no way I'm going to love a man and he's going to be able to... Come on.
Nah.
I'm a wind down in 209 every motherfucking day. Everybody getting their shit pushed back. You talk about everybody getting their shit pushed back.
No,
seriously. I'm going to just sit here and let a nigga deal with me and then go and deal with another woman. The woman's body is very, very sensitive. A woman's body is sensitive. Once you start mixing bodily fluids and shit, you make yourself susceptible to all types of shit. And if you willing to share a fucking nigga, then why don't you just, I don't know, what if you like girls, why you just don't be with a girl? I don't know. This generation is just too mixy, too flimsy.
Very.
I don't even think y'all are really into all that shit that y'all say y'all into. Y'all just very experimental. And there's nothing wrong with that. But stop trying to push that shit on to other people.
Yeah.
And if it's not really what you want, because a lot of the times I feel like this is not what women really want. Right. They're just doing it to make a nigga happy.
And that's sad.
They're doing it to make a nigga happy. Oh, I don't want to lose him. So if he's going to be with her, then, if he wants to be with me and he says he wants another woman, then I need to accept that. All right, man. I ain't here to tell you how to live your life.
That's when you just got to be like, wow.
See, they go Johnson kick it back in my head.
I
Baby
hear
boy, live your best life while you tripping on me. Like,
I can't. I'm mad you know the lyrics.
Yes, because that's my shit. It's my I don't know. People listening to this and watching this right now, watch. They fuck with that song. I'm telling you, if you go on YouTube and you check out how many fucking views she got, that song is lit.
Because it's ridiculous.
Yes, and it's catchy. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. When you at work and your boss is getting on your nerves, do it like it's my day, baby. She's gonna look at you like you fucking crazy. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's gonna get you through, and it's enough to make you laugh. I'm telling you, yo. Listen, I don't know. Blueface, he was on the fucking clip where he's showing the girl. He's like, oh, you got to promise me this is the last tattoo that you're going to get. And she's like, I don't know if I can make that promise. He's like, why? She's like, because I love you. He's like, oh, but you love me like a father, right?
Yeah.
Like a mentor type of figure.
What? The shit be twisted.
Like I'm pretty sure you was fucking that girl. Ain't nobody finna get no tattoo twice, two times of my father.
Yeah.
And the girl said she ain't even got her own fucking father's name tattooed on her. So what we really talking about?
And if you calling him daddy, I hope you ain't calling your father daddy, dog. Because that's weird. Oof.
I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole.
I'm sorry.
I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole, man.
Yikes.
Moral of the story, Blueface, you got to learn, not even Blueface, and what you said it was called?
The Blue Girls.
Oh, the Blue Girls?
Yes.
Y'all got to learn how to use y'all discretion. Learn how to use y'all discretion. Everything ain't meant to be posted on the internet. Drea Michelle, learn how to use your Drea Michelle, learn how to use your discretion too. She posted a IG story and she was like, oh, everybody's in Europe. Everybody's in Europe vacationing, and here I am, CEO, and the girl done posted a whole fucking picture of the sweatshop.
Wow.
A whole fucking sweatshop. Like you just want everybody to know you got girls, wherever the fuck they at, making swimsuits and whatever the fuck you got going on for 10 cents a day. You want people to know that you doing that.
It's over for you. Kathy Lee, where you at?
The girl's beautiful, but she ain't got no motherfucking brains.
No, she's a dodo bird, and I love Drea. Drea is gorgeous.
She don't got no motherfucking brains. She don't got no brain cells. I knew she didn't have no brain cells when she said your wholeness could be deleted, but I ain't know she was gonna take it that far.
Wow.
I ain't know she was taking that far.
Wow.
Being a hoe is like being a killer.
Yeah. It don't ever go away.
Niggas always gonna know you could have caught a stain 20 years ago. That bitch right there caught her body. That bitch used to do dicks. It just stick with you. Stick with you. You got to own it.
That girl used to do dicks, y'all.
Yeah, you got to own it. That's when you own it. That's how you take the ownership and the power back on it. But
that's
you can't. Because
can't nobody make fun of you if you do it your damn self. Keeping that.
Nah, niggas gonna still make fun of you. You just gonna have to cut ass back. Cut ass back. I'm not letting niggas make fun of me and I'm gonna just be like, oh, I'm gonna start clowning myself too. No, I'm finna burn you, nigga. I'm finna burn your ass up, nigga. I'm finna make you. What the fuck is you talking about?
Yo.
What? Drea, listen, there's a time and there's a place for everything. Yeah. You could have sent that picture to your close friends. No. That's what close friends is for, nigga.
Yo, for real. Like,
now when niggas want to post y'all want to post y'all relationships and shit, I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't give a fuck about you cooking that bullshit in the kitchen, nigga. Shit like that, keep that shit on your close friends. Yo. That's what that was meant for.
That's crazy though. Shout out to you, Drea.
No.
Having a sweatshop.
No, they about to shut your shit down.
Shout out to you.
So you better get your PR team, you better get your lawyers and everybody on deck.
Yo, I just want to see how they about to spin this.
No, there's no spinning it because them ladies look like, if you zoom in, you could probably see sweat dripping down her brow off of one of them old mamitas. Like they look like they was going through it. And she's talking about she's CEO and like, girl.
No.
Okay.
All right.
I said time and place for everything. Yes. The internet wasn't the place for that. You talking about the perfect timing.
Yeah, that wasn't it.
Megan Thee Stallion. She chose.
Wait, I love her.
No, you don't even know what I'm finna say.
All right, come on.
You don't even know what I'm finna say.
Come on.
She did an interview and she says that it is time for the hip hop community to tackle the LGBTQI plus hate. She says that representation, I'm reading the quote. She says that representation is important and it's really crucial for all of us to have compassion and acceptance of every human.
Right. Basic human rights.
I don't feel as though she was wrong for what she said.
Nah, I don't think so either.
But I feel as though she was corny for what she said.
Okay, please elaborate.
She's corny for what she says because how long has Megan been on the scene?
Right, and you're just speaking about that shit now. Okay.
Boom. She's corny for doing it only because she got into that little spat with the baby, and now because everybody been canceling his ass, she chose to speak up and capitalize on it. Like, oh yeah, this hate is so wrong. Ooh, She's corny for that.
Yeah.
She had plenty of time to speak on that shit.
You did. I mean, no shade. You did. And you fuck with a lot of gay entertainers. You know what I mean?
So this actually brings us to a good point in the pod today. I know earlier in the pod you did mention the fact that maybe it was the gay in you. So, it's obviously not a fucking secret. Advocated. Right. So obviously it's not a fucking secret, but I wanted to talk about not necessarily some of your experiences, but your standpoint as being a gay man today in, the society and the culture. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of stigma that's behind it. And I couldn't think of, think about what I want to say. So I wanted to talk about this situation with the baby, but I felt as though it made the most sense for me to speak to, a gay person about it. But I wanted to choose not necessarily saying the right gay person, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm being careful with my words, not because I don't want to offend anybody. I just want to make sure that I'm saying it the right way. So, I know a lot of the girls.
Yes. Hello.
I know a lot of the girls.
Yes.
But the thing that I can appreciate about, your sexual preference and your sexual choice is the fact that you don't shove it down people's throats.
Oh, no. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. So, okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. And I feel like in the urban community and the hip hop community, that is a problem that, a lot of straight people tend to have, but gay people is like, oh, y'all just forcing that shit on me. Y'all just forcing that shit on me.
Okay. So let me elaborate a little bit on that. So when I say I have a problem with it, I personally don't walk around like knowingly like, oh, I'm gay. I got this flag, I got a rainbow all over me when I skip through these streets.
So, and I'm speaking because I know you, so I don't think that you do that either. Okay. I think that it depends on who you're around. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel as though you like tone yourself down because that's what some people are trying to play, try to paint it as, oh, if I'm gay, like at the end of the day, niggas, I don't give a fuck. And it's like, I understand that.
But there's a time.
But I should not be able to just look at you and be able to tell your sexual preference.
Right.
That's how I feel on it.
Right. Okay.
And that's no shade to anybody and what their sexual preference is. But I feel as though if I said
that, there would be a gay person right now. Like, that's internal homophobia.
If I'm saying it as a straight woman, and I'm probably going to get slandered for it, but this is something that I'm trying to explain because I feel like there's a disconnect between the two. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people try to say that people are homophobic, and it's just like, bro, it's not even that I'm homophobic, but why?
All the extra shit.
Yeah, like if I met you and you were on an interview, are you going to say, hey, my name is Sean, I'm 5'6", I'm black, and I'm gay as fuck? No, you're not going to say that because your sexual preference, it should not affect who you are as a person.
That's a small part of you.
You know what I'm saying? What you like is what you like.
Amen.
I'm here to do whatever the fuck it is that I'm here to do it. If you cut hair, I'm here to get my hair cut.
It shouldn't be about my sexual orientation.
You know what I'm saying? If for instance, you say you're in the dental field. If I'm here to get a filling, I don't care that you're gay. Like, that has nothing to do with anything. Right. And then there's still a fine line because you can have straight men that are a bit more feminine and people will be on some shit like, because you're feminine, he's gay.
Yeah.
Because if you go based off of that standard, people like to say that I'm more masculine and I'm a woman. So does that make me
exactly? That makes you a lesbian. They say the same thing about my mom because my mom's so hard and she cut her hair off.
Yeah.
They be thinking she's a lesbian. She's like, I don't like bitches.
Yes. So it's all about, it's all about the perception when it comes to those type of things.
It really is.
Right. But on the flip side, make no mistake at all. I do believe everybody should live in their truth, but I do want to tell straight people that, hey, at the end of the day, just because somebody's gay, that don't mean they want you.
Yo, and that's the biggest misconception. I feel like I don't say all straight men because I have straight friends who just don't give a fuck about that type of shit. They're really secure in who they are, and we're not into that disrespectful shit.
Sorry,
but
I'm saying because I have this conversation all the time.
Yeah,
like straight dudes will be like, "Oh, I don't care if you know what I'm saying you gay, but just don't try to flirt with me or don't say nothing." Like
we don't have standards.
Bro, I'm straight and I wouldn't fuck you.
Thank you.
What make you think this nigga wants you? You think he don't have...
Right.
You think he don't got a type?
Hello?
You think he don't have
the girl
taste?
you have don't even want you.
All right.
Like, come on, fam.
Nigga, you out here paying for pussy, but somebody they want to fuck you. No, shut up.
Come on, fam.
Shut up, dog. This should be annoying.
And it's crazy. I mean, not all the time, but a lot of the time it's the niggas that are undesirable that are really like, oh, these niggas is gay, really bothered by a presence of a gay person. Not even, the nigga could have just looked at you once just because you're walking in the room. Mm-hmm. And the niggas already feel, oh no, that nigga's looking at me, I'm uncomfortable. That shit's wild to me.
The DL niggas, if you ask me, but I ain't gonna get...
That's a whole nother...
Right, before we go off on that tangent, so I'm pretty sure, you've been reading the blogs and you understand what the fuck has been going on with the baby and things that he's been saying. Yeah, so I wanted to know your intake and your standpoint on it.
I just feel like this. Okay, so I know they're like, oh, he's a rapper. He's doing a show. It should be, I think we could be free in shows. Like, y'all are trying to police everything that we're saying at shows. Like, this wasn't meant for the public. All that shit's bullshit. I think that's bullshit. I just think about it like this. Like, nigga, you couldn't say, like, how all the fellas doing, how all the ladies doing.
Nigga, all you had to say was, hey!
Yo, for real. What really? I just want to know what the fuck happened that you thought that was the perfect thing to say. If you came here without HIV or sucking dick sucking your partner's dick in the parking lot.
What if a girl did that and she felt offended? Now what?
Okay. So what's up now? The double standard, it happens. It fucking happens. And then you got niggas like Bootsy. I can't.
Boosie.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's my nigga.
Nah, nigga, that nigga's dumb as shit.
He do be saying some wild shit, but I like ignorance.
Amen, I know, I get it.
Okay, but go ahead, get your issue off.
But yeah, I just feel like guys, like, not so much T.I. I feel like T.I. is just jumping on the bandwagon, but when it comes to like Bootsy, I think Bootsy is putting a bad message out there, man. Like, you saying it's so bad for you saying that Lil Nas X is out here pushing, gay on all these kids and shit like that. But you're pushing like strippers on your children, dog. Like, so you got to make me understand what you have a fucking problem with. Like, you have a problem with the whole situation, like people being gay and people being able to see that, because that's been happening since the beginning of time. Now, people basically prostituting their children and shit like that. Like, that's a problem. Your kids are like 12 and you're getting them strippers like for their birthdays that are doing like shit with them, like sucking dick and shit. But you said somebody just living their life in a video, just doing a video, suggestive shit. You do realize like people aren't like actually naked in these like videos and things. And he's talking about, oh, you get naked on the stage, I'm gonna drag your ass off and shit like that. How do you meet like ignorance and violence? That's crazy, man.
So for me, my standpoint is, regardless whether you're straight, whether you're gay, I do not feel as though any sexuality should be pushed on a child.
Period.
That's my standpoint.
But people actually have to police what their children are watching too.
Yeah, I said that too.
Okay.
You got to make sure you're paying attention to what your kids are viewing and what they're able to tap in. They'll be like, oh, the internet is so wide and, they can just press one button. Okay, pay a little bit more attention to your children.
Yep.
I feel as though no child anyways, should be exposed to sexuality at an early age.
I agree.
It doesn't matter. And that's the bigger problem. It doesn't matter whether you're gay or whether you're straight.
Why are these children already thinking like
being sexualized?
Yeah.
It like
overly sexualized.
You're sexualizing children and it's not okay.
No, not at all. That's a problem.
You get what I'm saying? Like, for instance, it could be, for all you know, and to play devil's advocate, let's be clear on this. Yeah. Is it a possibility that, a child could be, heterosexual, and if they see, homosexual things,
they're gonna want to try
might. Yeah, that's a possibility. That's definitely a possibility. But on the flip end, a child could be, a homosexual, and because they're seeing so many images telling them that that's not the right, quote unquote, right thing to do.
Most gay men's story. You hear it growing up, like, especially, listen, as a kid, please. I never would have ever fucking thought about like telling anybody or just openly just being out there.
It's so frowned on in the urban community.
Amen.
But I also think that's due to the flamboyancy of it. And that's not to take away, like I said, that's not taking away from anybody that is flamboyant. You are who you are. I'm just simply saying.
I said live
from
as you
what
are.
I've seen and, you know, the conversations that I've had with heterosexual males, that's the things that makes them uncomfortable.
Amen.
You get what I'm saying?
So imagine keeping it professional, because professional, I mean, I always tell people, if you feel like you're going to act, well, if you feel like you're extra, just act professional. What do you do at your professional, like, place of, like, employment? You're not about to be, like you said, you're not about to be like, and bitch, so what are you ordering?
I mean, unless you're like a social media influencer.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, well, how many? Well, there's a lot of motherfuckers. I was about to say how many.
Exactly.
Oh, my bad.
Exactly. So I feel like, you know, going back to this shit with the baby, I just felt as though it was a dumb. It was unnecessary.
It was very unnecessary.
It was unnecessary.
Yeah.
And people are making the argument. Several people over and over and over again are making the argument like, oh, well, y'all promote. Well, not even that y'all promote. It's okay for niggas to talk about killing each other and fucking hoes and fucking bitches, and y'all will let us perform that type of music. But y'all don't say shit about that. But as soon as he says something about gay people, it's a problem. Let me explain something to you.
Hold on.
Yeah, let me explain something to you. You see the difference between the LGBTQI plus community and the urban hip hop community. And that's no shade because I am a part of the urban community. They have held themselves at a certain standard. They're on some shit like, regardless of what, you see the shit that Nas X he was pulling, and I'm not even talking about with, you know, him kissing people on stage or, you know, putting whatever sexuality he chooses in the videos. I'm talking about when it came behind him in those sneakers, they stood by him.
They did.
They backed that boy 100%. Why? Because they decided to unite. They have set a standard within their community. Like, listen, this is what we going for, and this is the shit that we not gonna go for.
Amen.
And if y'all cross that line, we all gonna come after y'all ass. Mm-hmm. No, niggas, we don't have that standard that we set for ourselves. We'll sit here and say like, oh, we can rap about this, that, and that, because that's what niggas choose to rap about.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all chose to stop making that type of music, what would happen? They wouldn't have nowhere to play that type of music if you stop making that fucking music.
Yeah.
And I don't want people to think that I'm sounding hypocritical, because I'm not gonna hold you. It be 5:30 in the morning. I be on my way to work, nigga. I be fucking cooking crack, slinging dope, and fucking bitches in the car on my way to work. I like that music. Shout out to Detroit. I be in the car like this. To getting in the trap, me and my bitch ain't got no chemistry. Suited up California, said 5-hour energy.
Yeah.
Like, I like the music. Don't get me wrong. But in the same breath, it's like, if that's the music that we're pushing, we need to understand we are giving people a platform, and we're letting niggas know, like, yo, this is the type of shit that we on. Mm. So if they see that and they're like, this is the type of shit that you want, you can't fault us for liking that, then do you see the disconnect?
Right.
If you tell me not to disrespect you, but you're disrespecting yourself, what are you talking about?
Who am I? Right. I should be able to do the same damn thing then.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's dumb it down and put it on a smaller scale, or let's correlate to something else. If I come to your crib and you tell me not to smoke in front of your kids, but I see you smoking in front of your kids, bro, I'm gonna smoke in front of your kids. And you're not going to be able to tell me anything, because, nigga, you're doing it.
Yeah. So if
this is your kid and you're smoking in front of your kid, why is it that I can't do it? Because I'm a guest, I'm a company? Nah, you got to have a plain and evil.
That's crazy.
You got to make it level across the board.
Right.
Like I said, at the end of the day, the baby, your choice of words was corny as shit. You didn't have to say that. You could have said any fucking thing else.
Anything. Like, literally anything.
And everybody's going to try to, like I said, make it seem like, oh, like I said, the defense that they use, oh, well, they let us perform this and they let us. No, they don't let us do anything. This is the music that we play, and this is the music that we like, so they gonna let it rock.
Right.
And moral of the story for me, if y'all don't want to get ridiculed and, you know.
Watch what the fuck you're saying. Like, just watch your link. Like, not even watch your language.
Not even watch what you're saying. Like, choose your words wisely. How about that? Choose your words wisely.
You would want to.
Because at first, he was on the internet, oh, I ain't apologizing. I be damned. That ass got canceled. 3, 4, 5, 6, 50, 11 times that I got canceled from the festivals, and here you come with an apology.
That your publicist wrote.
Yeah, and now it's corny and it's not even genuine. So nobody's really gonna accept that shit.
Pastime.
Yeah, man.
It's up for you, fam.
I mean, you'll make a comeback. You will.
I mean, you said, I was only trying to rap for another year anyways.
I mean, of course. That's what all niggas say. Right. You'll make a comeback. You'll be all right, but let this be a valuable lesson learned.
Dude, like serious.
Everybody ain't gonna go for the bullshit. Yeah, he just thought that, his britches was a little bit too high. He thought he could get away with saying whatever the fuck he wanted to say and wasn't gonna get no blowback. Nah, not everybody's gonna be able to play. Not even able to. Not everybody's going to be willing to play them ghetto games with you.
You ain't that artist.
He thought he was. He thought he was the down south Jay-Z.
Yo.
What the fuck he thought he was?
I'm serious though. Crazy.
That's that on that. You got anything you want to talk about before we get up out of here?
Oh, other than the fact, like, y'all trying to lose some weight, come see me.
Oh yeah, shout out your promo. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Like, hit me. I'm Sean Jones on Facebook. Sexy Slim _29 on IG. Inbox me for rates, times, places. Let's do it. And I like working with the women. It's a little more easier. Niggas, I ain't really feeling y'all. It's like I'm playing. Anybody?
Look at that. A gay man said he ain't feeling niggas.
No, seriously.
This is what I'm saying.
Because they're worse than girls when it comes to working out. I'll say that as a fact. Sorry. But the ladies, come see me. I love it. We'll get you right. Tight.
All right, there you have it.
Life.
No, come on, flat stomach. Girls don't need to be out here with 6-pack. Well, that should be looking crazy.
It does be looking crazy, though. The thick thighs, 6-pack.
I be liking it. Different folks for different strokes, man. Like niggas, different stroke for different folks.
Looking at them bitches like, damn, all right.
All right, thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Oh, I enjoyed myself thoroughly. I'm trying to do this again.
Yeah, you see, that's the funniest part about it. When people sit down on the couch with me at first, they like, they put the earphones. I mean, they put the headphones on. They're like, yo, I don't know if I could do this.
Yeah, I could do it.
I'm like, listen, you're gonna be a little bit, because I used to be like that at first. I'm like, but once I get you talking in the flow of the conversation,
I still feel boring. Let me get comfortable with this shit.
All right, man. Let me go ahead and wrap this shit up. Real quick, before I get up out of here, follow me on all social media platforms at PDATP_pod. For all inquiries or the Talk to Me Nice segment, feel free to email me at popthatpersonality@gmail.com. Okay. On some real shit, thanks for coming to rock out with the PDP podcast. And remember, as always, on this here platform, you will always be encouraged to what?
Pop that personality. Hey.